Oh. All right, let us go. Titan Shadow. Imagine doing 2 streams a day. That would be crazy. I should have probably edited this before. Hopefully that updates before. We'll see. Maybe not. We'll see if it works. Who knows? So we'll give a moment, get things set up before we hop into the mix. I have to figure out something to do with my live plays of I find that they just aren't. They're just not the jam. You know, like they are not. They're not what people. I have to find a way to make it so that it's more enjoyable for people to watch. That's the verdict. We'll have to figure that out. But until that happens, let us hop into this lovely, lovely game over here. Okay. So, okay, I'm gonna look up setup. And then we'll take a gander at this. What's up, Brant? I am enjoying the new set actually. So last week I played the Ebony Moor and Tower Defense, and I wanted to this week I wanted to pick up where I left off with Thanos. So I haven't played these yet. Like I want to play these fresh and live, like essentially. But they've actually been really good, I have to say. They have enough challenge where they're tough, but not like oppressive like Galaxy's Most Wanted was. I feel like Galaxy's was just too oppressive to play against. Do I need to record? Yeah, I guess I'll record. So they are, yeah, this is expert mode, and I am playing it. It's slightly modified. I took a few cards out of each deck, but for the most part, it's pretty close to the precons. Mostly because I want to try out some of the new cards. But so, for instance, I took out from Spectrum. I took out Moxie. I didn't know if I would like Moxie or not. I took out Power Man because I didn't feel like I liked Power Man. And a copy of Mighty Avengers. And then for Warlock, I took out a few cards so that I could afford to put in the strength and energy and genius into them. And I have to also to put in a Sorcerer Supreme card. And I put in something else. I put in a boot camp for Adam Warlock so that he can play boot camp on Spectrum, and she'll have a ton of allies. And based on what from my last games, mass attack is insane. I was doing like 11 to 14 damage with a good mass attack. If it's set up properly. So let's see, setting up Thanos. Put the hacked Sanctuary's computer side scheme into play. Not any of those. Is it in here? No. Oh. It's on the wrong side. Alright. Alright, game. Confuse me like that. No problem. Thank you for stopping by. So this comes in with 4 threat. This is 0. If Cosmo is in the campaign, what Cosmo is, we did rescue Cosmo. He goes with the first player. Security Breach is not. Swarmer is. Each person should have a Swarmer in the deck. They do. Black Swan was defeated, so she's not in the campaign pool. And that means that we have... If Avenger Tower has a damage trait, deal 3 damage. So Avenger Tower was damaged from our last game. That means that we start with 3 health less. Out. And then any setup abilities here. Thanos gets his helmet, so he has Retaliate. Put the top card of the Infinity Stone deck into play. The Space Stone. Plus, the encounter deck for the Sanctuary, that's this card, so over here. Alright. Well, what are we dealing with here? Let's just kind of... Let's shuffle these cards up. And then we'll take a gander at what we're actually dealing with here. So, the Infinity Gauntlet, after the villain activates, resolve the special ability of the stone. So that means I'll get a minion automatically. And then it'll go towards, in this case, Spectrum. He has 2/3 plus, so he's a 3/4 with Vitality, Stalwart, and Toughness. This means he can't take damage. So we gotta deal with this first. If this happens, we can't take any threat of here. And we know, from spoilers, that if he advances to 2B to his 2B scheme, he snaps and destroys half our decks. And we can't let that happen. So with that, let's begin our game. So Monica is gonna draw 6 cards. 3, 4. Okay, Energy Duplication is really good. Band Together actually it is worth something because we have Cosmo. I don't need Ready to Rumble just yet. Speed to Light's not bad actually. I'm gonna hold off on Avengers Tower. And we'll keep the rest. Alright. Warlock. The In-Betweener. Determination. Comic. Quantum Magic. 3, 4, 5. We got the Swarmer. And the Audacity. Unfortunately, we don't really have much here. I'm gonna get rid of Comic Blast. And I'm gonna get rid of Quantum because it's a bit too early for it to do anything, personally. That's a bit better. Alright. So looking at this hand, how do we want to play this? Well, I'm probably not going to be Gamma Blasting anybody. Right? So I'll use that to pay for Blade. Then I'm going to use Band Together to play energy duplication, because this gives me 2 costs because I have 2 allies now. Then I'm going to... So I'm going to do this. I'm going to flip over to Pulsar to heal a damage. Then I'm going to Speed of Light myself over to Photon to remove 1 threat from Sanctuary. Then I draw a card from that. Ooh. No. I was saying that I could use that to attack with Blade, but not really worth it. Actually, I can still do it, actually. No, I gotta play Photon Speed. So, Energy Duplication plus Mass Attack to do Photon. That removes 4 threat from something. I'm gonna do that off... The problem with doing our Sanctuary right now is I don't do any damage to Thanos. And he has no physical resources on his side, really. But he should do it. Although I do have Hack Sanctuary's computer. Why not? We'll do off this one. Each player searches their deck and discard pile from... Searches their deck and discard pile. Oh. So I get any card I want from my deck. Oh, that's interesting, actually. What's up, Rob? Oh, sorry. What's up, Josh? I am going... That's an interesting card. So wait a minute. That means I am going to search for strength. What is this? 2, and this comes in with 6. When the player phase ends, place 1 crash counter here. If there are 2 crash counters here, each player adds 1 copy of the System Shock obligation card to their hand. Remove this card from the game. Oh, Jesus Christ. Meanwhile, Adam Warlock gets a card as well. I'm gonna pull... I can pull any card I want, basically. That's an insane powerful ability. I'm thinking either the Staff or Mystic Senses. I'm gonna put Mystic Senses in just to get it ready. And then I'm gonna thwart 3 of Sanctuary. Have Cosmo thwart for 2. That will defeat Sanctuary. But when Sanctuary is defeated, each player may spend up to 3 physical resources from their hand. I will spend 2, so that's 4 damage. What is Warlock gonna do? I actually have no idea what I'm gonna do with Adam Warlock's cards. To be honest. I feel like I should spend something. Right? We'll spend 1. It doesn't even trigger if I use it as a hero response. That doesn't make sense. I'm actually not gonna spend anything for him. I'm just gonna let it ride. And then this goes into the victory display. Alright. Warlock's turn. I'm gonna heal up, actually. Flip up. Then I'm gonna use Swarmer to play Mystic Senses. Now I can use a card after you spend this card. There's so many options here, right? I think I'm gonna put in Eternity. So, because what's leadership doesn't really help me right now. Yeah. So I'm gonna use both of these to play Eternity. So deal 1 damage and remove 1 threat from the main. Doesn't do anything for me, but pop this tough off at least. And then Eternity gets shuffled into the deck. Okay. And then I'm going to use In-Betweener. Deal 2 damage with Battle Mage. I draw a card from it. We're down to 40. Ready, ready. Alright, Defensive Protocols gets 1 counter on it, apparently. So I have to either break it or we get an obligation, apparently, so. Okay, Pulsar Shield's not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we could technically use Pulsar Shield, play White Tiger, then we have a few allies. Charlie... I'm gonna discard Charlie, to be honest. Alright. So let's see what happens here. This gets 2. This activates. So discard cards until a minion is put into play. Ebony Maw. Jesus Christ. Now, because this happens when the villain phase after the attached villain activates, that means the minion will actually come into play, will actually activate as well. Alright, so I'm looking at a 4+ attack. Plus I have Ebony Maw attacking me with a villainous attack as well. Okay, this is looking rough, as they say. I will defend. I'll use Energy Duplication to play Pulsar Shield. So that will flip me into Pulsar mode. And I have a 3 defense against a 4+1, 5. Take 2 damage. Ebony Maw attacks me for 1+. If damage from attack defeats an ally, it does not. So 1 damage. Not terrible. Adam Warlock's gonna take it to the face. 4+2 is 6 damage. Ouch. And counter the cards. Foxma Midnight, Jesus Christ. And Supergiant, who quick strikes. 2 attacks and damage a character. That character is stunned. I'll defend it so I don't take the 2 damage to stun myself. Take the lead. Cosmo comes along for the ride. Okay, well, what the F just happened? Okay. Now, that was interesting. There's a lot of minions in play. And they're beefy minions. They're not pleasant minions at all. I'm going to discard Quasar to move 2 threat from defensive protocols. Mystic Senses to draw a card. Ooh, Quantum Magic isn't bad. Isn't bad. Does she have any? It has to be printed, right? No, it has to be physical from my hand. Blue Marvel, maybe. I'm not trying to see like if I can activate Blade this turn, because I can inspire Blade, giving him a 3 attack. 3 attack with no consequential damage is pretty powerful. And then with his attack plus somebody else's, they can take out Proxima or Super Giant, or even Ebony Maw, if I can figure out a way to do it that way. So I think I'm going to do Inspired on Blade. That works. That works. And then I'm going to play Comic Blast. I'm going to target Ebony Maw. So that's a 4, and discard 4 cards top of my deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 aspects, so 2 additional damage. So it's 6 damage, which is just enough to defeat Ebony Maw. I think Cosmo is going to thwart 2 of defensive protocols. And then flip down. Alright. Spectrum's turn. I'm going to use Power of Leadership plus Kalu to play White Tiger. Draw cards equal to the villain's stage number. Villain is at stage 2, so I draw 2 cards. Ooh, the mass attack is here. I'm going to use mass attack to pay for Blade. Attacks for 3, attacks for 2. So that's 5 damage that will defeat Proxima Midnight. Okay. Then I'm just going to play Raid Rumble just to keep it in play. And then she'll thwart... wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up. We gotta think about this. Because the issue is gonna be... I don't have a way to remove defensive protocols if I attack with White Tiger. I can do 3 damage. She can throw for 2 to pop defensive protocol so it stays out of play. But then Proxima is alive with a 3+ attack. And that hurts. I think that has to be the play though. I can't have... So that will defeat this. And then I can attack from 1. Maybe I can draw it into a Pulsar Shield, and I can Pulsar Shield the attack, bounce it back to her. Who knows? Alright. Ready up, let's see what we get. Photon, Avengers, Speed of Light. The Swarmer is here. And the band together, so we got resources for days. Ooh, we got Pip the Troll. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, not bad, not bad, not bad. So 2 on. So when there is... Okay, so there's no stone in play. So that means the stone comes out. The Soul Stone. So the next time it activates, he'll heal 3 and get a boost card. Alright. He's scheming Oh, a 3 plus 3, it's 6. Oh, that's it. Oh, no, it's 12 per, sorry. 12 per, I thought it was 12 total. I was, got a bit scared there. Does this mean after the attached villain activates? Oh, so that means it'll pop out. Wait a minute. Hold on. So, Space Stone came out initially, activated against Spectrum. When he activated against Warlock, he should have drawn the Soul Stone. Then this turn, the Soul Stone would have actually triggered to heal 3, giving him a boost card. So this would actually be a boost card for the same thwart. He gets a tough status card. And then when he tries to activate against Spectrum, he gets the next stone. Oh, so that means every turn he'll have one stone will be activating. Okay. I think we're good now. Order has been restored. However, I am looking at a 4+ attack coming at me. With no Postal Shield in sight. White Tiger will block it. 4 plus 2 is 6. Goodbye, White Tiger. And then I am going to... I'll defend Proxima's attack. Okay. Encounter card, encounter card. This card gains Surge. Pip could come out, yeah. But I think if it's worth Pip coming out. The issue I'm having with Adam is I need Adam to build a bit more. And I probably want him to play Cosmic and maybe another Mystic Senses. So I'm kind of hoping I can, like, get that out of, because I need to keep the thought down a bit. And if I get 2 Mystic Senses out, that would help out a lot. So I'm okay having White Tiger sacrifice herself now. It's a bit early. There's no mass attack like on the table set up yet. So I'm okay for that. Oh. Well, that actually is pretty bad. But I'll deal with it. The villain attacks you. That's the worst thing that can happen. He activates, so that triggers Mind Stone. I'm confused. I can't have Blade block this. Now I will have to do 1, 2 to play Pip the Troll. Wait, it has to be specific resources. Hold on. Energy and mental. So shield spell. Cosmic has to go, I guess. Play Pip to block this attack. 4, 5. He blocks it. Okay. I think we're good. So ignore all that to talk about not playing Pip because I had to draw into an assault. Well, we are in a tough predicament here. Now I can play Avengers Mansion. Strangely enough. I'm gonna Speed Light myself into Gamma to deal 1 damage to Proxima. That will get her off the board. Good. I don't have to deal with her. Although I should have No, because I'm exhausted, like I can't even throw it anyway. And I draw a card from there. So I think we do Swarmer plus Energy Duplication to play Avengers Mansion. Avengers Mansion. I'm gonna give Avengers Mansion to Adam Warlock. I feel like he could use some help with that. Possibly. Just to give him some more use to his cards. Ape's not bad, but unfortunate, I think. I do have Band Together for 3 resources. I can use Band Together to pay for Photon Speed to remove the Confuse. I could have it pay that to attack Supergiant. Guys, look, let's think what's Adam going to do. Well, he has to. Protection is not from an ally. So he can't actually flip up because he has no way to block the attack. So if he flips up, he has to magic attack into. I think ready. Oh, it says after you change form. Oh, that is a good catch. Actually, that is a good catch there, Jared. I in my mind, I only had it from alter ego up to hero. I never thought about it saying any form. So I could ready to rumble. But how does that? Let me see how. So I can do that. So I can do that to then pop Supergiant with that in Cosmo. Or I can do that to then thwart the Photon Speed Infinity Stones. And then just have him magic attack Supergiant down. Yep, I think that's a good play. Good catch there. So I use Ready to Rumble when I flip to ready myself. I'm then gonna thwart to break the Confuse. Use Band Together to play Photon Speed. I change to Photon mode. Remove 1 threat plus the 4 from here. So 5 threat of Infinity Stones. And then I think that's it, actually. I'll have Pip block the attack from Thanos. And pray for the rest of it. We'll see. I have Pulsar Shield, so I can Pulsar Shield myself when for the next attack against Thanos. But a Warlock, he has to do magic attack. Has to. There's nothing he can do in alter ego, so he's flip up. 1, 2, no. I'll discard Gardener to heal 1 damage from Cosmo. Draw a card. Ah, doesn't help me. But I will use it to play. Yeah, I'll use it to play a mass magic attack. I'll discard 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will defeat Supergiant. And then I have really good cards. I don't want to get rid of them. Here goes nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I meant to get rid of Summoning Spell, actually. Summoning Spell, I felt like wasn't useful in my deck that I currently have. Add 2 on. So he'll activate against Spectrum. By activating, he opens up another stone, the Power Stone. Which means he'll stun Adam Warlock instantly. Alright, so he's gonna attack me. I'm gonna energy duplicate, do a Pulsar shield to flip over into Pulsar with a 3 defense against his 4+ attack. 6. So I take 3 damage. Then he attacks Adam Warlock. He's stunned because Power Stone triggers. And I'm gonna block with Pip. 4+. It's got an ally or support you control. Ooh. I'm gonna discard Avengers Mansion. And then have Pip take, because Pip has to still take the hit. If I discard Pip, the attack goes through cleanly. I don't want to get rid of Cosmo, and I don't want to get rid of Blade. The villain in each minute engaged with you attacks you. God. A new stone comes out, a Reality Stone, and attacks me with a 4+. Cosmo's gonna have to block this one. 3. Twice. Goodbye, Cosmo. Remove from the game. Insight 1. Give Thanos a tough. If you cannot, place 2 threat on the main scheme. Okay. Well, that was fun. That was a great ability. Alright, so we'll play Energy to play a Mystic Senses. I'll discard a leadership card to give Spectrum +1 to all her stats. Double Mystic Senses allow me to draw a card. So I draw 2 cards. Then I'm going to spend, what's my ability say? Any card, doesn't have to be a specific card. Then I'm going to use 2 cards. This here's one for my hero. To play Martinex. So I have an ally in play. And then I'm going to attack to break the stun. I'm going to have Martinex attack to break the tough. But he gets retaliated. Alright. Not bad. But what are we going to do on this side? Because we really need to heal. So I think I'm going to Speed of Light into Photon. That gives me a +1, remove 1 threat. Ooh. I feel like I have to play Mighty Avengers. You know? I feel like it's too perfect to, like, not play it. At this moment. Because then it pretty much makes Blade a 4-attack monstrosity. I have a 4th, so if I throw it for 4, I'll have a 3 + 1. Brings it down to a 7. And then when the 2, 1 to play Mighty Avengers. And I think that is it. I think, yeah. Ready? Oh, I'm flipping down, sorry. So I can heal next turn. Hopefully. Got our damage cards. We got ready to rumble. 3, 4, 5. And our other next energy duplication. So we got some good build cards. I'll keep the. I'm praying to get the cape out. Unfortunately, we did not get Soul World. But we'll make it work. 2 on. Initiates against Adam Warlock, so Reality Stone triggers. Discard an ally, upgrade, or support you control. I have to discard Mystic Senses because I don't want to, but I need Martinex to block this punch. 4+. Discard the top card of the Infinity Stone deck. 4. Tons of damage. Thank God, Martinex, you did your job. Now something happens. What happens? After the Infinity Stone deck runs out, give him a boost card. Okay. He activates against Monica, so a stone comes in. Power Stone. And he's scheming for a 2, 3, 0, 3. So 6. Master of Time Stones. The villain schemes. Oh god, wait a minute. Hold on. So, I think what happens here, if I understand this correctly, the interrupt triggers before the response, so a stone comes into play. Then he activates, then the force response triggers. So this triggers, so he heals, I'm stunned. And then heal 3 and give him a face down boost card. And then he's scheming for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At the end of this activation, discard Master of Time Stones. When revealed, give Thanos a face down boost card. $23 out of 24. Good God Almighty. Okay. This is fun. This is okay. Everything is fine. Play ready to rumble. I don't really need overkill damage right now. But I do need to play energy duplication. I mean, I feel like I have to Zone of Silence. I don't want to Zone of Silence. Because Zone of Silence is my only aspect card I have. I can remove up to 4 threats. It's not great. Okay. Flip to Photon. Discard ready to rumble to ready myself. Remove 1 threat. Okay. Technically, Blade is also a 3 thwart, actually. Interesting to point out that. If I do Hawkeye plus an energy duplication to pay for my second energy duplication, then I discard Mass Attack to pay for Blade. So I'm 1, 2, 3 thwart. And then I thwart for 3. Okay, I'm keeping the threat down. Keeping the threat down. I like it. I like it. I think I have to risk it. I'm going to discard this to remove 2 threat from the scheme. Draw a card. Actually, no, before I do that. Genius to play Warlock's Cape. Then do it. Sorry. Before I do that, I'm going to attack to pop the stun. Then remove the 2 threat, which I did. Exhaust the cape to ready myself and draw a card. Soul World is here. I have to play Soul World. I can't not play it. And then I'm going to draw from 1. Draw shield spell. Shield spell. Shield. No shield spell. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we drew Pulsar Shield though. Yes, we did. Okay. 2 on. Initiates attack. Stone comes out. The Mind Stone. He's attacking me with a 4. Oh, hello there. It's a boost card though. It kind of sucks. So I won't do anything. That's good to know. 4 plus a lot of damage probably. I'm gonna have to spend a duplication to play Pulsar Shield. I flip over here, I heal 1, and I have a 3 defense against a 4, 5, 6. No. So 6 damage. Block 3, I take 3. Initiates against Adam Warlock. Mind Stone triggers. I'm confused. And we know for a fact that this is a 0. So it's a 4 plus 0. I'll defend for 2. Flips. So nothing. So I take 2 damage. Then I believe we talked about it last time. The card goes into my discard pile. Encounter card, encounter card. Discard an upgrade or support you control. Might eventually, I guess. Don't want to, but exhaust. I'm already exhausted. Ha. And then Surge. Master of the Time Stones. Master of Death Stones. Sorry. So not for nothing, but I haven't actually done anything to Thanos. At all. Okay. I'm gonna use leadership to give her +1. Mystic Sensor to draw a card. Warlock's Cape to ready myself. That's good. Energy to play Sorcerer Supreme. Then Audacity to play Cosmic Wood. And then I am going to break the... Oh, no, I'm not. I'm just gonna flip down and heal. Do that. It is. That's what I was getting. Like it's nuts, but it's not like it's crazy in the sense of like where it feels unfun, or where it feels like it's just dangerous. Although Thanos is getting a bit like Like I hadn't even scratched Thanos. And next time he's gonna activate whatever stone flips, basically. So actually that means he'll double activate against Adam Warlock. God. Do I just start swinging? Do we just say F it and just start going to town? How do I get rid of his helmet? Hold on. Mental and physical. Well, I'm in neither of those forms. Unless I go Gamma Blast. If I go Gamma Blast, mental and physical. I don't have a mental stat, so I can't even get rid of it. I'm just like, I could just Gamma Blast into him to do 7. Does damage. But I also have like negative health. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he costs 3 to Avenger Castle I control. Oh, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Boom. I'm going to Thor for 2. Was that exciting? No. Is he going to probably hopefully save my life? I'm hoping so. Because now, with Ant-Man as well in play, I have the potential to get some allies out and hopefully mass attack. Oh, and we got the Swarmer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the Mighty Avengers. Okay. The deck is being prepared. The deck is getting ready to serve out. Armored Vest, we'll keep it just in case. 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. 3 on. Then chase against Warlock, sorry. Also, it's Spectrum that's gonna get the beating. So it is some Massive Time Stones gives a stone. And this gives a... Well, actually, no. This activates, and this triggers the stone. So a mini gets put into play. So it's Proxima. Okay, and then he schemes for 2, 3, 4. 4 plus a tough. And she schemes from 1. And then she's against Spectrum. Stone comes out. Actually, this should be in +1, actually, right? It was at 16 before. So it was 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, no. We're good. And then attacking. I'm gonna block with Cap. So it is 4 plus tough. That's fine. That gets absorbed. Counter card and counter card. Put the top card of the Infinity Stone deck into play. So that shuffles those. You get the boost card. Tribute. 4, and when the player who defeats this gets a face out and counter card. Alright. Not terrible. I am in... Thanos attacks you. That attack gains overkill and piercing. Okay. So he triggers against Spectrum. So let's see. Discard the top 4 cards of let's do Time Zone first. Discard the top 4 cards of your deck and place 1 threat on the main scheme for each different card discarded. Event. 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 So only one type was discarded. So 1. Okay. Discard an ally, upgrade, or support I control. What do I discard? I can't discard Blade, can I? Like if I discard Blade, if I lose Blade, that's a bit of a rough because he's a 3 attack. But with the Vitality, it's a bit of a hassle anyway. I think it's gonna be energy duplication. It's ridiculous, but I don't want to risk losing. And Cap has 4 health. And then if that wasn't bad enough, we still haven't even resolved the attack. I'm blocking with a 4 against a 4 with 2 boost cards. 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 to a 4, I take 3 damage. Okay. Well, that's great. Oh, this is gone. I don't even know what to do about this. I honestly am like, I can Swarmer out Ant-Man. I can band together Mighty Avengers. And then I can Photon Speed. That is to remove some threat. And then flip down. I guess. It would be good if I could. Like a Photon Speed to remove Tribute. But I need something to cover my cost for Blade. Because he's at 2, with Mighty Avengers he'll be at 3 thwart. I don't think I can do it. Alright, so we're gonna do what was I? Swarmer to play for Ant-Man. Then band together with Mighty Avengers. Energy to play Photon. So that puts me up here. Remove 1 threat, and I remove 4 threat from the scheme. So I'll do 1 from here, 4 off Tribute. So it gives me an counter card. And then I'll have Ant-Man thwart for 3 because of Mighty Avengers. And I want to flip down. Okay. Meanwhile, Adam Warlock. I'll discard a card to remove Confuse. I'll then heal for 3. I'll flip up. I'll then use discard Quasar to remove 2 threat from the scheme. Warlock's Cape readies myself. Mystic Senses draws a card. I didn't draw a Force Interrupt, did I? I just realized that. I don't think so. Then I'm going to do Magic Attack against Proxima. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. 5. She's gone. So I play Cosmic. I'm going to play Pip. Just so I have someone to hopefully save me. Then I'll thwart for 1 on the main. Alright. Okay, we got Mass Attack. Here we go. We got Mass Attack. It's in play. We have 3, 6, 10 damage on the table between allies. Plus if I go to Gamma mode, 13 damage coming with Mass Attack. It's the promised land. Oh, and I can play Boot Camp. We get 6 cards of Sorcerer Supreme. 3 on. Initiative against Monica. Mind Stone. That's not okay. Schemes. So it's a 3 plus 2. Initiatives against Adam Warlock. I am confused. Backs I'll block with Pip. 4 plus. Give him an extra boost card. 3 is 7. Pip does his job. The villain schemes. No. 3 plus 1 is 4. The scheme advances. Each player shuffles a discard pile into their deck. Each player removes the top half of their deck from the game. It is inevitable. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what did we lose? We lost our energy duplication. We lost 2 Speed of Lights, we lost all our Spiritual Lights. And Falcon and the band together. Oh snap. Literally, oh snap. He literally snaps. 1, 2, 3, 4. I saw Mythic Essential, I saw Quantum. I saw both Quantum Magics. And we also lost Genius, Energy, and Twin. So we lost all 3 of our double resources. And that's from the game. Not like... So... That happened. Oh, guess what? He schemes again. Why not? Why not, Thanos? Get a boost card. You deserve it. 3 plus 4, 5, 6. Okay. I just want to make sure before I forget, because I've been doing it. Those were your cards. Those are the boost cards. Oh, I haven't done his card. I'm like, what was Adam Warlock's card? It's right here. Oh, great, Corvus. Okay. What just happened? Like literally, what just happened there? All right. Um, I'm gonna break my confuse. Discard summoning spell to give Monica. Does it have to be a hero? Give a hero +1. So I'm gonna do that. That means I don't get the card then technically until her turn. The heal doesn't really help me right now. I'm going 1, 2, 3 to play boot camp on Monica. If and 1. And then that's it. On Monica's turn, for 3. Play Ready to Rumble. Then I'm gonna flip up into Gamma mode. Deal damage to Thanos to pop his stuff off. Ready to Rumble to ready myself. Then I'm going to discard Summoning Spell. Give her a +1. It makes sense to draw a card. Ready myself with Warlock's Cape. Why not? May as well. Then I'm gonna go 2, 3. No, 2, 3 to play Mass Attack, exhausting 3 allies. So every ally has a +2 attack, basically. So 4, 8, 10, 12, 13, because he is inspired as well, plus my attack, which is 4. So that's 17 damage to Thanos. That brings him down to 6, 16, 29 health. It's an attack, so I guess I take retaliate damage. Then I'm going to attack him for 4 to bring him down to 25. We can let retaliate damage. We did damage. We took out, bombed down to the mid-20s. So I'm gonna keep those cards. Oh my god. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Well, the problem is I don't want to. I could block with Ant-Man, I guess. And then play White Tiger out. You know? I can draw, she can give me some cards to draw, potentially. As opposed to you, I'll keep Cosmic just as a card to help me with it. 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. Come back here. Rion. Initiates against Warlock. Stone comes out. Oh no, it's gonna stun. It's gonna stun Spectrum. 4+, I'll block with Pip. That's 8. Pip takes a beating. Corvus will attack me for 2. I'll block it. I'm okay with that. Initiates against Spectrum. So she's stunned. I'm gonna block with Ant-Man. 4+. If damage from this attack defeats an ally, which it will, for Ant-Man, and put Infinity Stone into play. You are not Infinity Stone. You are. Okay. Give Thanos a face-down boost card. The villain attacks you. Discard an ally, upgrade, or support you control. Bootcamp? I guess. 4+ double boost cards. I do have a +1. Do we risk it? Let's try it. Pulsar Shield. Flip to Pulsar. So I have a 4 defense. Against a 4. I'm dead. 3-5. Goodbye, Cruel World. On the fire, which would have been cancelled by Cosmic Word and Court of God. Alright. Well, that happened. Good God. So okay. Okay. That was a valiant effort. That was definitely but it did remind me I have to get rid of a card. Wait a minute. I'm a genius. There you go. I realized because I forgot to do it beforehand. I didn't like Summoning Spell. So I feel like none of the because it has to be an ally in my deck. So it's not really. I don't have many good allies in this deck. But Welcome Board would help Spectrum play her leadership allies. So it's a much better card in my opinion. I think what we have to do, we have to be more aggressive. Are you at 40? You should be at 41. There you go. I think we have to be more aggressive with Thanos. I think what we have to do, we have to get rid of this helmet off quickly. Because if Retaliate's a bit annoying. Especially with all the allies that we have. And then I think we have to I think we should Sanctuary has to be taken care of at a timely manner. I felt like I rushed taking out Sanctuary, and because I rushed it, I only did like 4 or 6 damage with it. I could do 12 damage if I have it set up. And that would be a way to chunk out Thanos' health quite a bit. potentially. All right. What do we need? We need hack the security controls. Comes in with 4. And we take 3 damage each from the Avengers Tower being damaged. And then a stone does start in play. Alright, so with this, we'll hop right back in to trying to take on Thanos himself. Again, let's try and play a bit more aggressive with it. Hopefully. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm actually gonna get rid of all. Maybe keep Avengers Tower. 1, 2, 4, 6. Because Cap is too expensive right off the bat. The other cards really help me. Pip the troll. Okay. Here for 3. That's a good start. I'm going to Gamma Blast to play Ready to Rumble. I'm going to flip up into Photon mode. Remove 1 threat from Hacked Sanctuary's computer. Then I'm going to Ready to Rumble. Split myself up. Then I'm going to use Strength to play Avengers Tower. And then I'm going to I can either play a 1 health Ant-Man or a 2. I'll just play Ant-Man with 1 health. I'm gonna thwart for 3 on Sanctuary. And then I'll have a Cosmo thwart for 2 on Hacked Sanctuary's computer. Okay. Warlock. Here for 3. Flip up. One, 2 to play. Oh, over there. Play Comic Staff. Staff plus Preservation. To play the Gardener. Putting the Gardener in the deck. I'm going to keep Pip, and I'm going to try and play Pip out next turn to block the hit. Swarmers in play. Oh, got the White Tiger. 3, 4, 5. We have a lot of money, but nothing to play with it. What sucks is Cosmo's going to bounce away, and Ant-Man will probably block for me as well. So I won't have any allies really to play anyway. Three, 4, 5. Okay. Add 2 on. Activates against Spectrum. Top 4 cards get discarded. Event, ally, upgrade, resource. That was 4 different types. And he's attacking me with a 4+. I guess I'll... Only reason I'm holding off on this is because... like, band together, if I pop Sanctuary, it does do 6 damage. If I have allies for it. I can use Avenger's Tower to defeat White Tiger, to play White Tiger with a Genius. And then maybe draw some cards, play a band together, hopefully it's an ally, and then swarm our mass attack out. So I'm just going to take the hit. 4 plus 2, 6 damage. Adam Warlock's turn, Comic Staff plus Eternity. No, plus Audacity. Because I can't do any damage to him. To play Pip to block the hit. 4 plus 1 is 5. Master of the Stones. Exhaust and Surge. Good old Exhaust and Surge. The villain attacks you. So Stone comes in, then double Stone triggers. So I'm stunned and a minion comes into play. See, this is proven why those Cosmic Entity cards are definitely a bit struggling in this situation. Because there's a lot of cards that like shuffle and dig. And I'm stunned. Okay, those get discarded. And he attacked me with a 5+. Well, I'll take it. 1, 6 damage. Okay. Well, that was pleasant. Which is funny, if I didn't heal with both of my characters, they would be at 2 health by now. Oh, Cosmo comes to me. Come on, boy. The thing is, I don't even have Mystic Senses to, like, make it worth doing anything. This card, thankfully. Alright, I'm gonna use Eternity to give Spectrum a +1. And then I'm gonna play Armored Vest. Cosmo is going to... I really want to 12 for 2, but I can't. If I get rid of security protocols, however, we can pull any card we want from the discard pile back out. But that doesn't help me. Oh, for my deck as PRAs. How come I'm gonna do that, actually? I'm gonna go for 2 on this. So they get to search the deck for any card they want. Now, in case of Adam Warlock, I'm gonna pull out Shield Spell. That will protect me from the attack. And in the case of Spectrum, I think I put in Blade. Okay, yeah. Then this flips over. And now if it becomes bad, bad things happen. Alright. We'll see how that works. So in my theory, if this works as planned, I go Avengers Tower, Genius to play White Tiger. I draw 2 cards. Then I'm gonna use one to play Blade. Then I'm going to swarm out a mass attack. Wait a minute. It doesn't make any sense because it's Thingamabobba's in the way. Ah! Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. I forgot I can't mass attack so early because of Thanos's nuisance stuff. I do have a bunch of resources I can spend on it. But if I Thor for 2, it pops Sanctuary, but doesn't pop Tough. The Tough stays. And there's no way for me to get rid of the Tough. Unless I speed to light myself. But I can't speed to light myself. Unless what if we did this? I thought for of yeah, I thought for 4. Now White Tiger thoughts for 2 to get rid of defensive protocols. Then I flip down. And then that way, I can actually build up next turn into a mass attack. Into hopefully doing a band together, do Sanctuary play and stuff. I don't know if that'll work. We'll see. I'll try it. It might either be amazing or borderline ridiculous. 3, 4, 5. And I'll have Cosmo, which is interesting because Cosmo will come into play. So that will actually give me an extra minion to actually ally to for the mass attack, even though I'll be fine either way. Alright. 2 on. Initiates attack. Stone comes out. I'm going to shield spell it. So it's a 4. Plus 2 is 6. So 6 cards off the top. Everything gets absorbed. Corvus will attack. I'll block with Pip. Goodbye, Pip. Schemes against her. Discard an ally, upgrade, or support you control. Bye-bye, Tower. 3 plus 3 is 6. It's all for the plan. Reveal the top card of the encounter deck and search. Villain attacks me. Why not? Block with Cosmo. 4 plus 2 is 6. Goodbye, Cosmo. Give to Monaco Rambo. You cannot change energy forms. Alter Ego Exhauster. So, can I change energy forms? Does that mean I can't go change up either? And Ebony Maw. Okay. Exhaust to get rid of this. I am going to flip up into Gamma mode to deal damage to wait a minute, wait. I'm gonna have Warlock discard a Justice card to remove 2 threat from a scheme. Each player may spend up to 3 physical resources to blah 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 blah. I am not doing that. I might actually, because I have no use for Charlie right now. So 1 physical. And then I'm just thinking how this is gonna work. I can mass attack and I can gamma blast. I don't need another mass attack. Well, I could keep it. Potentially have it in play the next turn. I'm just gonna do 1. 2 damage. Then I want to flip up to gamma mode. Deal damage to pop his tough off. Then I'm going to swarm the mass attack to do exhaust. So 2, 4, 6. My attack is a 3, so it's 9 damage to Thanos. Or it comes down to 35. Retaliate. Then I'm gonna band together, play Gamma Blast, deal 7 damage overkill on Ebony Maw, defeat Ebony Maw and 1 damage overkill. And then I hold on to Mass Attack and Energy for next turn. Meanwhile, Adam Warlock is going to play Mystic Senses, break his stun, and flip down. Actually, yeah. Interesting series of events. Okay. 4, 5, 6. Okay, got some good cards out, but 2 on. Niches against Spectrum. Heal 3 damage and give him a boost card. Looking at a 4 plus. Well, someone's gonna have to bite this one. It's gonna have to be Ant-Man. Give him a tough. Goodbye, Ant-Man. You fought valiantly. Storm comes out. Face down boost card. Games for 3 plus. Give him a tough. And then Corvus games for 2. Shadows of the Past. Why not? You know, it's Not hard enough as is. Just add that to the mix. It wasn't crazy enough as is to deal with. Oh yeah, by the way, her nemesis is the ally killer, basically. And massive time stones. Nice. Okay. We can't mass attack it anymore. But we can Gamma Blast into some stuff. And we could Gamma Blast Radioactive Man off the board. Get him just to get away from me. Then play an energy duplication 1, 2, 3. And then use that to attack with Blade. What's going on over here with Warlock? Well, he needs to heal for 3. Flip up. Then Comic Staff plus Magic Boy to play Mystic Senses. Pirouette is an issue. So we'll use Determination to move 2 threat from here. 1 gets pulled out of the main. Double Mystic Senses allows him to draw 2 cards. Really? Energy to play Sorcerer Supreme. I really wish I could pop this guy's tough off somehow. I can make the call to either put Marvel Boy in play or Tape the Troll or Kalu. That might be actually worth it, actually. Unless, is she going to be able to pop this tough off anyway? No, not really. So I'm going to make the call, spending 2. And I'm going to pull out... No, I'm not going to pull out Kalu. I'm going to pull out Pip. That way I just have someone to block for me. Alright. Spectrum. Now, I'm in Gamma mode. So I'll play Energy Duplication. 1, 2, 3. To Gamma Blast. 7 Overkill. That's a 6. 1 Overkill, which will break the tough on Thanos. Pretty good in that sense. Then I'll use Mass Attack to have Blade Attack. To pop the tough off Corvus. Attack for 3 on Corvus, I guess. I'm just thinking if I flip down, it's going to definitely advance. So I'd rather not do that. And we'll go with that. Hopefully we draw into something helpful. Anything? Not really. And we do have Sorcerer Supreme though, so... Okay, Soul World has to be played. It is the only way for me to survive this scenario. Soul World must be played. Okay. 2 on. Initiates against Adam Warlock. You are confused. Sorry, before that happens, Stone comes out, because I'm a master of the stones. Then it activates. So heal 3 damage. and get a boost card. And I'm confused. Pip's gonna block this hit. Pip is gonna take the beating of a lifetime right now. 4, 5, 6, 7. Discard the top card of the deck. 10. 12 damage. Good God, Pip. And he has tough, so it just absorbs it all. Pip the Troll is the hero that we've all been asking for. Corvus is going to attack for 2. I'm going to just block. No, I'll take it. I'm okay with that. Activate it against Spectrum. Stone comes out. Space Stone. 4+. I have no Pulsar. I have to block with White Tiger. Discard an ally or upgrade you control. Oh God. Well, 8's gonna have to go. Then White Tiger goes. I have to do it. I have no other way to survive that turn. Put the top card of the Infinity deck into play. This, by the way, is actually harder than I thought it was going to be. I thought this was like, okay, but this actually is really annoying. And another crisis icon, because who doesn't like crisis icons everywhere on the map? Okay. Well. What can we say? Well, the good thing is that we have no allies in play, so Reactor Meltdown isn't that bad of a call right now. So I'm going to discard 1 card to remove 2 threat from this. We each take a damage. Pip takes a damage. But our Mystic Sensors allow him to draw 2 cards. So that helps at least. Then I'm going to flip to Photon mode. Remove 1 threat here. I'm going to use Energy Duplication plus Mass Attack to play Photon Speed to remove 4 threat from the main because I can skip quest icons if I'm already in Photon mode. I'm going to play Ready to Rumble. I'm going to thwart 3 and Tribute. That gives me an encounter card. Then I'm going to Speed of Light myself over to Pulsar, dealing 1 damage, drawing a card. Ready to Rumble to ready myself. And then I'm going to Speed of Light myself over to... No. I'm just thinking, is it worth it? Because I could... So, wait, what's going to happen next turn? Next turn he's activating against me. So a minion will come into play, and there's no threat. So there's a good chance this is popping. Let's be honest. Unless I pop it to Photon mode. And then heal down. Right? I think that's on a way for me to. That is gonna be a tricky one. Speed of light. What form do I want to end up in? I think I stay in pulsar mode. I'm also trying to remember for a second. Hold on. I started this turn in photon. Okay, no, I started this turn up, so I still have my normal flip down. Yeah, because that's what caused me to have to block for the hits. So I will speed of light myself with photon to remove one threat from the scheme. Draw a card. Then I am going to thwart for 3 and flip down. All right, back from 1. Get out of here, Corvus. Just go. Be gone. Okay. So, Swarma to play boot camp. Help with that. Comic Staff to play Soul World. Getting close, so perfect timing. And then one of these to play Cosmic Wood. And I think we'll keep these 2 cards actually. All right. 1, 2, 4, 5. Oh, Hawkeye and Falcon. Hey. 3, 4, 5, 6. Guess what that means? The Soul World is activated. It's time. Time. Okay. 2 on. Initiates against Monica. Minion comes out. So here's the question about the Space Stone. Discard cards from top of the card deck until a minion is discarded. Now there's an arrow here. Does the Space Stone, because normally like for a hero card, you have to pay the cost. But I didn't technically pay the cost for the Space Stone. Because no minion was discarded. Does it fizzle and does it get discarded? Or does it stay in play? That is a good question, I feel like. Have they probably haven't decided any rulings on it. No. But that's actually an interesting thought experiment there. Because I think so, but I feel like it's because normally like this one doesn't have, like the other ones don't have an arrow, but this one has an arrow on it. So I feel like it wants you to put a minion into play. Let's go to the rules reference and do a little searching on the rules reference. I'm fine with it because I'm probably losing this game too. I'm okay doing a little digging, seeing on how the rules reference if it actually says anything about that kind of effect. Uh, I don't know what you would call that. Payment? Yeah, it's a bit weird, that one. Yeah, that's the tricky part. Because I'm trying to think. I mean, who has a similar ability? Discard cards until a minion put in play. Zola? Right? I think Zola has something like that. It's like on Zola's, it doesn't have an arrow on it. So I feel like they want you to put an out. They want you to force a minion out into play, and until a minion comes out. But I guess the other question is actually hold a point. Let's make this 3D chess. Discard cost on top of the until a minion is discarded. Does that mean I technically shuffle the deck? Why these cards not? Wait, you shouldn't be here anyway. Does that mean I technically reshuffle the deck and keep going? Right? Because I haven't. Let me see, discarding. No, it doesn't say anything about that. I was hoping it would. But that's an interesting theory. Yeah, like it thematically makes sense that the space stone would keep going until it spits something out. So I think that's how it thematically I think it should work. Which, by the way, means that that's a horrible. But then, have any more? But then I just thought, I guess you would have to be careful that you don't like hard lock yourself. Cause say you built this deck in a way where there's no minions in the deck, and you would just like space stone infinite acceleration tokens. But oh god, upgrade, upgrade, event. Now for the time stone, there is no thing, so I'm fine with that. Okay, 3 plus 2 is 5. And then, oh, guess what? Ebony Maw. Ding! What's that Ebony Maw speech that he does? Someone actually have it like, do they actually have it set up as an actual YouTube video? Where are you?
Hear me and rejoice. have had the privilege of being saved by the great Titan. You may think this is suffering. No. It is salvation. The universal scales tip toward balance because of your sacrifice. Smile. For even in death, you have become children of Thanos.
I'm just gonna reset that because that will flip my deck out. So I lose half my deck. And there's, I don't think, oh. Do we try going for, we'll try a little bit more. I guess. Is that a quick way from, oh, I can split this into multiple stacks. That's a lot easier. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm just gonna like save that Ebony Moss speech and just have it like on loop. Then I know where I can, I'm just seeing if there's any way I can quickly like drop it down to 0. Oh. Alright. Oh, by the way, we're not done yet, by the way. He attacks Adam Warlock. Stone comes out. Oh, guess what that means? Pip, your time. Your time to shine. Discard an ally or support you control. Oh no. That means I die. Because I'm going to block with Pip. So that means I take 3, 4, 5 damage. Yeah, it's... That's a really... It's a really weird... And I honestly wouldn't have thought about that at all. But it wasn't until I played... You would like to think that. But you can't be sure. Because they probably don't want you... They probably... With all the different encounter decks, like... I think the only one that doesn't have an... So, I played it for the Solo Champions League. Collector 2 with the Power Stone. If you play Collector 2 with the Power Stone and not with the Menagerie, he doesn't have a single minion in his deck. At all. I'm pretty sure every other encounter set has at least one minion in it. Does Under Attack have a minion, actually? Experimental Weapons doesn't either. I guess there is a... That's only... That is... I'm gonna say if Unattack. Unattack does not have a minion in it. So that's Unattack, Experimental Weapons. Yeah, it's true. They could all be in play. Then, so maybe it doesn't... The space on it just has levels on levels of thinking here. Because you have So I think it doesn't. Yeah, I think it would treat it like you would. It flip to the end and stop it. I think that's actually, hold on. Where are you based on? Let's dig into you a little bit here. I guess it should be fine because I'm assuming. I'm assuming that the places caught in the finish on deck discard pile is separate of it, right? Let me think. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to find a good card that has a similar kind of wording to it. I may not be able to defeat Thanos tonight, but I'm gonna theory craft this. Not that that's not. Who else has a? I know I was looking at some of the people that have arrow cards in their decks and seeing if any of them have like a follow-up sentence to it. Because technically the discarding effect is a separate. That's exactly that's what. So I think we need to like we need like a hotline to Caleb and be like, so what exactly is happening here? So I think you discard cards till you find a minion. If you don't find a minion, nothing happens. But then, since it didn't pay the cost, the next part doesn't get discarded. The goal doesn't say anything about that, right? So I'm assuming that's how it should work. Is that the Space Stone has to put a minion into play. Because they're not going to give you a dead Infinity Stone. Like every other stone has something that it does. I mean, even Time Stone, it's going to do something. This one heals and gives a face and boost cost. So even if the heal doesn't do anything, it still does something. Technically, Reality Stone would do nothing. But if you have no ally upgrade or support, oh yeah, that's true. Because what would change the situation? The situation wouldn't be changed. Um, but that's why, and I'm trying to find a card for it because it's another sentence on the card, and I'm trying to see if they have a ruling on the arrow. I wish there was a better way to say what that symbol is. Like, I don't think they actually give it a card, like an because if there would be a, what do you call it? Hmm. Yeah, there's no initiating abilities. Maybe initiating abilities. I'm not trying to find it in this rules reference and see if there's any. Wait, oh, I just saw it. Cost arrow icon. Pay cost without effect. Non-bolded text before the cost arrow must be paid and resolved in full before the text after the cost arrow icon can be resolved. So I don't know. Does that mean it doesn't go? It definitely means it. I think it wouldn't. I think it stays. I honestly think it stays. I'm the one. What is this? Ah, that's not what I want. Hmm. Is there no actual official Marvel Champions like form? There isn't, is there? No. All right. I'm gonna be right back. A quick break. Give me some water. Then we'll hop back into it. We'll mull over the space stone. Let us. We'll play some sounds for you guys. It's a good sound to play. We'll open up some Spotify. Get you guys ready, and then we'll be right back. But yes, the question is: is that second sentence considered part of the text? That's the question. Because if it isn't, then it gets discarded. If it is, then that means it stays in play until it's discarded. So, I don't know what space. I don't space music might be weird. I'm just gonna put on some string beats. We'll keep it somewhat low. And we'll be right back. Yes. All right. That was fun. But all right. I'm actually gonna see. Is there a? Hmm. I'm gonna ask in the Hall of Heroes this Discord after the stream what people's ruling is for that. For now, I'm gonna play it where it doesn't get discarded and it just stays in play. I think that makes sense. But the question still remains, what do we do? Or how are we going to try and actually... Because we haven't really made much progress with Thanos. Like, full stop. We haven't really touched Thanos. I mean, we were able to ding him a little bit. Outside of that, we haven't done much to him. I think I almost feel like you want to time Sanctuary. Because Sanctuary can do 3/6. It can do 12 damage, so it can do a quarter of his health if you have a well-placed Sanctuary drop. So I think that works. Unfortunately, I have to go back and get the Welcome Aboard card. Because I forgot to save it, but... where are you? Summoning spell, be gone. Also, just for the hell of it, what actually is System Shock Obligation? You cannot choose to discard this card from your hand. While this card is in your hand, it gains spend a mental resource to remove this card from the game. That's not terrible. Actually. I thought it was worse. It's not the worst thing out there. Maybe it might be worth it to just kind of like let the System Shock go through. Right? If you let System Shock go through, then you get this one annoying card, but you don't have to deal with the 6th threat. You can focus on Sanctuary. And then you could use Hack Sanctuary's computer to get you the physical resources to actually pop into Sanctuary, which is probably what they want you to do. It's all coming together now. The only downside of that, and this is a bit of a spoiler, I hate to say it, but it's a bit of a spoiler, is that System Shock does stay with you throughout the game then. But it could be worth it. We'll try it. That's what we'll try this game. We won't discard, we won't get rid of defensive protocols. We'll let the System Shock hit us and then see what happens. It's got an ally upgrade or support you control, so pretty much don't play any cards, Monica. Alright. Thanos time. Let me make sure everything's set up. This. Okay, we're good. Barkin, ready to rumble, White Tiger. Now we could well, I think it says after the attached villain activates. So it's whenever Thanos activates. So that means, and in a 2-player game, he activates twice. So and he starts with 1 store in play because of his scheme. So he first activation triggers the stone. Second one puts it into play. So I think, and if he attacks, if he gets a card that makes him attack, that's another activation. So that would be another stone usage technically. I think. And it says each Infinity Stone. So that one card, so the cards he has that puts more stones into play means multiple ones trigger at the same time. Right? And it has the asterisk on both scheming and attack, so it doesn't matter what stage we're in. Thanos has Star Wars, so he can't be stopped, so he's gonna activate twice every turn, every round. Yeah. I think it makes sense that it's hard for Thanos because Thanos has cards that specifically buff the Infinity Gauntlet. Like Master of the Stones gives him an extra activation stone, basically. With other cards that just put stones into play and stuff. So it makes sense that he wants to put in tons of stone. But I feel like it's not terrible, especially because if you're playing against someone who isn't Stalwart, you can stun them or confuse them, and then that way they won't even trigger the gauntlet. So, what I just did there. Okay. Could play White Tiger. Ooh, I like this. Come on, give me some good cards in my deck. This to play that, I'm okay with that. Quantum Magic doesn't really give me much at this point. Quasar I'm not bothered by. Ooh, Living Tribunal. Alright. So let's think this through. So I'm gonna go Swarmer to play White Tiger, to draw 2 cards. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I think the only time that happens is when he has Master of the Stones out. Because Master of Stones activates, it's an interrupt, so it triggers before the response. That puts stone in, and then the gauntlet activates all the stones. That's a Thanos specific card, so it kind of makes sense that Thanos should have that. Photon Speed to play Ready to Rumble. Mass Attack to play Blade. Flip to Photon. Remove 1 threat from do I 2/4? In theory, I can do Sanctuary right now, actually. But I'm better off going. I'm gonna do this. Oh wait, man, I forgot to take the 3 damage. I know what I'm gonna do. So I am going to remove 1 threat of Hack the Sanctuary's computer. Then I'm gonna have these 2 attack. Sorry, thwart. Oh, in that case, I'm gonna go this way. Actually, sorry. That removes Hack Sanctuary's computer, so everybody gets 1 card to add to their hand. I'm gonna pull out Warmer. I'm gonna have Adam Warlock get Strength. Now, I'm going to attack Thanos. Thanos takes no damage because Sanctuary is still in play. But I take a retaliate damage, and I'm going to discard Swarmer to pay the cost of Thanos' helmet to get rid of it. I don't have to do damage, I just have to make the attack. That resolves that. Now, I need Adam Warlock to somehow do some thwarting action. He can do 3. Can you do more than 3 thwart? Come on, Adam Warlock. I believe you. 2 threat, 3 threat. I'm gonna have to use Mass Attack to have Blade thwart from 1 off Sanctuary. Now, Warlock flips up. He discards Living Tribunal to remove 2 threat. Then, I thwart from 1. That defeats Sanctuary. I may spend up to 3 physical from my hand. So 2 from Spectrum, and then 2, 3. I guess it technically I can pop the tough off with the Audacity, I guess. So that's 5 damage. That's 5 physical resources. That's 10 damage. And this goes away. Just in case, I'm going to discard that, just so there's no weird timing issues with that. Then I'm going to play Karmic Staff. A dash to play Armored Vest. That damage will pop the tough off. He's at 36. He doesn't have his helmet, so we don't have to worry about the helmet retaliate damage. And we have allies to block. I did not use Ready to Rumble because I'm going to use that for the Reality Stone. Welcome aboard with no allies out. Great. Alright. 2 on. 1 on for the System Shock. Activates against Spectrum, so discard an ally, upgrade, or support. There goes Ready to Rumble. He attacks with a 4+. I'm going to block with a White Tiger. 5 damage. White Tiger is defeated. Activates against Adam Warlock. Stone comes out. Time Stone. Attacks with a 4+. I'm on defend for 3. Oh god. So it's 7, so I take 4 damage. And counter cards. Thanos attacks you. That attack gains Overkill and Piercing. And the Time Stone activates. Event. 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 Only 1 threat gets added. But he's attacking me with a 4+. I guess Cosmo's gonna have to take it from me. 6. Oh no, Cosmo can't take it. It's Overkill and Piercing. So I'll have to block it. So it's 6. I take 5 damage. Give Thanos a face down boost card. Okay. Take the lead. Cosmo come over. Red Rover, Red Rover. Okay. Well. Well now. I can't and I can't. Although I could do 4 justice and my ability. But I can't. Ironically enough, both people are exhausted, so the only battle mage effect that's useful is the Gardener or Justice. Threat's not too bad currently. But I could play Cosmic Ward, Soul World. She has no... I could just Gamma Blast and just say... No, I can't. What? If I play Gamma Blast, I can't play Energy Duplication. I need the resource for that. Definitely. So I can do Energy Duplication into... And I can pay for Blade to attack. That's it, basically. And flip down. So we'll use Welcome Aboard to play Cosmic Wood, Cosmic Staff to play Soul World, and then discard Fort Justice to remove 2 threat off the main scheme. I will have Cosmo attack 2. Why not? Go crazy, Cosmo. Go crazy. Meanwhile, Spectrum will... I'll keep that. 1, 2. To play Energy Duplication. Mass Attack. To trigger Blade to attack for 2. Does not have any damage. No Retaliate. It's nice. And then I'm going to flip down. And that's it. Okay. Like I said, there's no way I can do like a double Ready to Rumble craziness, is there? We got Pip, but Pips is possible to play as well. Alright, after the player phase ends, place a crash counter. There's 2 crash counters. Remove this from the game. Each player adds a copy of System Shock to their hand. And System Shock, as reads, I cannot choose to discard this card. I have to do an alter ego action to spend a mental resource. Which, why did I discard Avengers Mansion? I specifically meant to keep that because I knew that was coming. Okay. 2 on. Attacks Adam Warlock. So this comes out. I'm going to block with Cosmo. Give Thanos a tough status card. And it's 4, 5, 6. Cosmo has took a beating. Is removed. Monica's turn. Activate, heal 3 damage. Give him a face down boost card. He'll scheme for 3 plus nothing. Wow. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Treachery. Cosmic Ward has to trigger. It's a forced interrupt. So it cancels that card. Put the top card of the Infinity Stone deck into play. Would have rather that one have gone, but is what it is. Okay. Heal for 3. Use this to play Ready to Rumble. Avengers Mansion to get rid of System Shock. Gets removed from the game. Now you cost, how much do you cost to play? 4 right now. I don't have 4 resources. I can play a Mighty Avenger though. So that might be worth it. I'm gonna flip. I'm just trying to think now what's the play here. Because do I play Mighty Avengers? Or do I what stage should I flip into is the question. I think I have to flip into Pulsar for the heal and for the defense. Yeah. Flip to Pulsar, heal 1 damage, Ready to Rumble, ready myself. Energy Duplication. Oh, wait a minute. if I use that 1, 2, 3, and Blade can't even attack to begin with. I can attack to pop the tough off. And then 1, 2, 3, Mighty Avengers. I'm okay with that. Warlock's turn. I'll use this, get 1 damage to get rid of System Shock. Which I have to check to see when that actually comes into play, because I don't know if it's designed to like plug up your hand prior to it. Not. Something tells me that might be their intention. Comic Staff to Inspire Blade. No, I don't want you to click. And then I can either play Pip, I can play Martin next, or I can just Comic Blast into Thanos. Considering the status of people's health, I'm going to play Pip. Then I'm going to thwart from 1 and flip down. One, 2, 3. Hello, Kalu. Okay, we need to get Kalu out. And we can play some crazy resource cards. 1, 2, Kalu. 2, 3, Gamma Blast? I don't know. Alright. Add 2 on. Initiates against Spectrum. The Space Stone is here. Black Dwarf comes into play. And oh, he is a big boy. Okay. Attacks of 4+. I'm gonna block with Pip. Give Thanos a tough status. But Pip will absorb it. His tough ability. Black Dwarf will attack me for 3. I'm gonna block with Spectrum. I'm in Pulsar, so I can block the damage, no problem. Adam Warlock will trigger, gives him a stone. He'll scheme for 3. No ally was defeated. So it makes up to 10. The villain schemes. I am confused. And he schemes for 3 plus 1. Master of the Stones. Alright. Here for 3. Flip up. Do I play Marvel Boy and just be like, Marvel Boy, go? Into Mystic. Into Mystic. I can actually go Comic Staff Innovation, which does nothing. To play Mystic Senses. Shield Spell Charlie, Mystic Senses. Then I can discard Marvel Boy to deal 2 damage to Thanos to pop his tough off. Let's just do that. But I draw 2 cards from it. All the cards to draw. Of all the cards. Anyway. I'm not even gonna say anything about that. So I think we go energy duplication. Band together. Play Kalu. So it's a deck for the top 5 cards of. Let's see what we get. Has to be for an event. Well, I only drew one event. Oh. Not what I wanted to draw, but it's something. I'm thinking of it. Which one's better? I might keep Rapid Response in my hand to potentially get one of these guys back. So 2, 3, Gamma Blast. That puts me into Gamma. I'll deal 1 damage to Thanos. Gamma Blast into Black Dwarf to defeat him. And then I want to have Kalu thwart 2 because of Mighty Avengers. Okay. Okay. We got the money. Ooh, I can make the call to get some stuff out. Okay. Make the call to get out like a Martinax or a Hawkeye or something. Quasar. 2 on. So let's see. Activate Stone comes into play. Oh, good God. Then the response triggers the Power Stone, so I'm stunned. Then he'll attack me. I'm going to block with Pip. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. Pip is a hero of the masses. Activates against Spectrum. Stone comes out. I'm going to... I think I have Kalu block this for me. 4, 7. Yes, I definitely had Kalu block. Thank God. Tribute. Comes in with 4. Thanos attacks you. The attack gains Overkill and Piercing. And the Time Stone triggers. Resource. Event. Resource. Support. So that's 3 different types. And that's made of 4 plus Overkill Piercing. I'll block from 1. 6. Take 5 damage. That was living dangerously. Dangerously. Okay. 2 to play energy duplication. Double energy duplication to play Ant-Man with 2 health. Band together to play rapid response. Ant-Man will thwart for 3 of tribute. And I'll flip down. Adam Warlock's turn. Determination. I'm gonna spend If I does me spending this. That's an interesting point. Does me spending this count? I'm going to discard this to remove 2 threat from tribute. Face on counter card. Okay. Karmic Staff to play Cosmic Wood. Then Energy to play Sorcerer Supreme. This to break the stun. Now I can either make the call or Martinex, or I could technically even bring in a Falcon. Technically. Threat is a bit high. She did come up into. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do make the call 3, 4 for Falcon. The top 3 cards of the encounter deck. Minion, minion, minion. Good job, Falcon. Good job. So let's see what's gonna happen. The attack against he'll scheme for 5. 6, 7, so that makes it 24. So definitely need to throw for 2 to keep it down to 22. That's fine. Then he'll attack me with a 4+. Discard an ally or upgrade I control. I'll discard Armored Vest and block for 2. And then Chorus will come out. Not too bad. Oh, sorry. 1. Okay. Remember everything I just planned out? Well, that all went the wrong way now. And now Super Giant's gonna come here. Which means that the Corvus that the Proxima one's gonna hit Monica, but she has to lose an upgrade of support. And then he gets a tough, so I don't think there's no boost gonna. I thought I might get the hell up today, but it looks like Thanos is a bit of a hectic. What I might do, depending on my schedule, I might try and beat Thanos off stream, and then put the video up on YouTube of the actual game I do beat him on, and then keep the stream for Hella next Thursday. I could play off stream, but I kind of feel like people are enjoying seeing it live, like me actually kind of going through it and actually kind of taking the process out, like the discussion we had with Space Stone and stuff. But I definitely am excited for the Hella situation. I will say, my initial guess was right, that Thanos is like the roadblock, and then once you beat Thanos, you get to like the next part of the campaign, really. Because Thanos is definitely a big difficulty jump compared to, say, Ebony or Tower Defense. That's 2. Stone comes out. Was I damn? Oh god, this is 3. Discard an ally or upgrade. So puts up to 20. Activates. Space Stone. Puts Corvus into play. Attack me for 4+. I have no idea now. I am going to block with myself. 3. 6. So I take 3 damage. He attacks me for 2. Super Giant, thankfully no damage. Card gains Surge. Ebony Maw, oh good god. Regeneration Cycle. I can exhaust. So I have to do the top one. Each different aspect card. 1, 2, 2. Oh, and I get an encounter card. Good god. Everything is just coming up in Sandy. Plus Master of Time Stones. Plus a shit out of the past. You know what? No. Just no. No. Oh, man. So the problem with Hela is not the problem with Hela. The problem with me trying to like obviously because if a Thanos snaps in the game that I beat him in, that impacts the game. System shock impacts the game as well. So I can't do both. But I'm trying to think what can I do to increase my odds against Thanos. I think the tricky thing that makes Thanos tricky is his opening is kind of weird. He can't take damage until Sanctuary's gone. But then when you get rid of Sanctuary, you can do up to 12 damage in this case, which isn't bad. And you have the other card with all the different abilities. So I think you can do, if you get rid of those two fast enough, you can do 12 damage. You definitely have to get rid of the helmet. I felt like getting rid of the helmet helped out a lot, especially because I'm running Blade. So Blade, especially Inspire Blade doing 3 damage, plus Mighty Avengers, means that Blade's swinging for 4 damage every time, basically. So Blade's really powerful in this situation with an Inspired on him. And that's why I definitely want to get rid of the helmet. But other than that, I think it's just a matter of getting lucky cards. All the Black Order guys are really beefy. Corvus technically is the weakest at 4 health, but he has toughness. So I think it's doable. Definitely doable. It's just a matter of getting the right cards. don't think there's any other Justice card. Like Hawkeye, if I get Hawkeye out early, does he help? Hawkeye out will do some damage. It'll pop Corvus's tough off. It weakens them a bit. 2 here makes him gamma attack, takes that super giant stuff. So a lot of room to play there. So I think Hawkeye is a good card to keep out. Uh, like I'm probably a bit too late to start another Thanos game. That's because we've played games where we got like 30 minutes and we haven't even dented Thanos. In case anybody hasn't seen, Thanos 3 pulls out his armor, which, come on, gives him reduced any amount of damage he takes by 1. So that's also a bit annoying. Not as bad because, like, in case of Spectrum, we have Mass Attack. So, like, Mass Attack doing 10, 11 damage, losing only 1 isn't terrible from that. But yeah, Thanos is definitely a tricky one. Let's just see if they have Hela set up any cool way. Oh, cool. Odin's here. Niflip. Where's Graham? It's gone. So that's it. So that, like, in the case of Hela, I have to deal with an 8 health minion off the bat. In this case, toughness victory. So Annie has a tough, so you get pin tough off first. Then hit him with a gamma blast or something. Then you have to defeat him before you can even get rid of Niflhelia. So it's gonna be and then these are all here, I'm guessing. Oh, that's the. Oh, so it has it set up by the actual section. Okay. And Odin, I'm assuming, flips. Yep. Then I know we get the Nordstones. Let's look at Thor's friends. Are any of them actually good? Lady Sif isn't bad, but like good for bursting damage, I guess. Vandral, 3 thwart, but he double crisis, double consequential, I mean. Hogan does 3 damage and piercing. Volstagg is your defender. 5 health is pretty good. Not gonna lie. I'm thinking if it's worth, it might be worth switching out Martinex with Groot, Warlock. Because Groot has the health. He can block most attacks from the minions and then just keep Adam safe a little bit. Now it's not worth it. The issue with that whole plan is Thanos swings with a full plus every time. So all it takes is a two. What's it called? Two boost icons, and he's dead. And then at that point, you may as well play Martin X, who's one cheaper. Possibilities. 9. All right. So outside of that, since we have some time, I'll put on our bass music again. Actually, for those of you that are still here, I'll give you a sneak peek. Where is it? So I'll give you a sneak peek at. Before I went live with the stream, I actually recorded a Marvel Champions video, the updated tier list video. I haven't done a tier list since Quicksilver came out. So, sneak peek for those of you here. And this is my tier list that I'm going to go live with once the video is made. And trust me, I talk about how some of these are definitely possibly hot topics. But I've updated animate. You see, I also included Warlock and Spectrum on this list. Provisionally. A little asterisk for them. But that video should come out. Hopefully I get it out tomorrow afternoon. I'll probably render it tomorrow morning before work. Shouldn't be that bad. But a sneak peek for you guys. I put Spectrum provisionally as an S tier just because I feel like, especially with the leadership cards and everything she has, I think she's really good. Now I'm not sure that'll probably change. Probably. I don't know. I said the same thing for Quicksilver, and I'm like, Quicksilver's still really good. Spectrum just is, I think, just has a very versatile kit, and I feel like she can pretty much cover everything. Like, I think with her kit, she's really good. But yeah, definitely think Spectrum. She's definitely up there. Even Warlock's up there, I think, as well. Sadly, Hulk is still our F tier. Sadly. Yeah. I'd be curious to try her in like other aspects. But it's tough because like the mass attack is just too intoxicating. Quicksilver is really good. Quicksilver is, I would say Quicksilver was probably one of my favorite to play until Drax Protection. I feel like Drax Protection is just insanely fun. Quicksilver is fun, actually. I take that back. Quicksilver doing like all that massive damage, all massive thwarting with adrenaline rushes, and all that is fun. But I just like Drax Protection. I think it's one of my favorite decks to build. Okay. So yeah, a little sneak peek. Those who are hanging out here late on the stream. As always, to Sundays on my Pathfinder gameplay if you enjoy tabletop. Other than that, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube if you have not subscribed yet for additional Marvel Champions content. I will be back next week with either Thanos or Hela. We'll see what happens. If I can beat Thanos off stream before then we'll have Thanos. Then we'll have Hela. If not, there'll be Thanos. And yeah, Drax, like, I know Drax probably it shouldn't be an S tier hero in most people's eyes, but it's just insanely fun. Indeed, thank you, Josh. I'll see all you guys next week with either Thanos or Hela. So hopefully, if it is Hela, then there'll be a Thanos video out before then, so you can see how I managed to somehow struggle through Thanos. So thank you guys for hanging out tonight, and I'll see everybody next time.